And we are recording. My name is Garrison Gilbert. We are Multifamily Masters. Tonight, it's the third Wednesday of the month. What does that mean? It means it is Multifamily Masters Live. Myself, my business partner, Miss Elsa Nguyen, we own Invest Now Capital. We host these things the third Wednesday every month just to give back to the community, to build a bigger network. Commercial real estate is a team sport. It's all about who you know. So we create this atmosphere so you can learn, number one, so you can connect and network, number two. Elsa, are you on here, miss?
Yes.
Hey,
Good
Elsa,
afternoon.
do you want to go ahead and introduce yourself?
Yes, absolutely. I try to monitor the chat room. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can now see you, and I think Michael Menino's on here somewhere.
Perfect. Thank you everyone for being here today. We do this once a month. I co-host with Garrison, and together we have bought approximately $50 million of real estate the past 3-4 years. And we are expanding our business model into assisted living as well. So here we are. Hopefully, this presentation will be a valuable access class to those who attend today.
Absolutely. And Michael Menino, who is our guest co-host tonight, is he here? I don't see him. I tried to add him. Okay, that's fine. So let's open it up. Mr. KK Singh, go ahead, introduce yourself, my man. I've known you for a long time. I'm sure a lot of these individuals on this call recognize your face, recognize your name, but introduce yourself. And then if your son would like to introduce himself, take it away, my friend.
All right. Thank you very much, Garrison, for having both of us here. And this is my first time presenting about the laundromat. I have presented about the multifamily a lot of times before. So yesterday I prepared this presentation to share some information with your audience. So my name is KK Singh. My full name is Krishan Singh, but my American name is KK Singh, and I'm based of Fort Wayne, Indiana. I've been here about 22 years, and we started with the gas station, and we grew in the gas station business for years, and we still own some gas stations. In 2012, I decided to build a laundromat from ground up by our gas station because there was a vacant lot. And there was 2 blocks down the street, there was a laundromat, very old, dingy laundromat, where people were very much unsatisfied because of the old equipment they had. So they were coming to us to get quarters for their change, and they were always bitching about the machines, about the service and all that. So I thought this would be a good business and return to the community, because at that time we were there for about 12 years. So we knew the community needed a nice laundromat. So I decided to build a laundromat. And guys, I had never been to a laundromat before I decided to build a laundromat. So that was my first time I went to Lima to look at a laundromat. There were some laundromats, but I didn't want to build up that kind of a laundromat. I wanted the nice one. And I did 1 year of research before we started building the laundromat. So I thought there is not much in this business to build, and it won't cost much. And a lot of you, I think, feel that way. But a lot of things you will realize today, it's not true. And the investment, the time, and how much time you have to devote in this business, and as compared to other businesses, you will learn all that. And I have brought you some surveys, industry surveys, national industry surveys, to share with you. So I am also a multifamily syndicator. I have done several deals. I have invested in several deals with other investors. That's where I started in the multifamily. And we had single family, we have an event center, we had a car wash. So we have all kind of business. So I have a lot of experience under my belt, which I'm going to share within the next hour with you guys. So Coin Laundry Association is a national
Hey, KK, did I lose you?
to write down the and Garrison, you feel free to interrupt me in between and ask me as we go. But I want the audience to ask me questions at the end so that we are not short of time to finish the presentation.
Absolutely.
So-
So anybody who has any questions, go ahead, plop them in the chat below as they pop in your head. And anyone who wants to go ahead and put your contact information in the chat below for other people to contact you. First name, last name, the city and state you're located in, potentially the city and state that you invest in, your cell phone number, your email address, etc. Go ahead, Mr. K. Singh.
So I want to know first, can everybody see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Because I don't want to keep doing and then say, oh, we can't see your screen. So these are the questions asked by CLA. It's called CLA, Coin Laundry Association, to different owners to get this data. So it's a wide range of data, but I didn't bring all of it. It is divided by the geographical areas, states, and all that. But I just wanted to give you an overview of it. So how many laundromats are owned by your organization? This is the first question they asked. So if you see 61% of the owners are only one store owners. So basically in this industry, it's industry-wide. So most of the people own, it's mom and pop. It's not entrepreneurs yet in this business, but they are getting into this business and now. But most of the laundromats are owned by mom and pop. They operate as their family business, and sometimes they have been passed from their ancestors. So only 19% have two, and 7% have three, and 7% have four. So we have four. So we are part of this 7%. Which of the following of your organization plan to do next 12 months? So 23% say that they want to purchase another existing laundromat, and 19% they want to sell. So that means it's quite even. And 14% only want to build a new one. And I will go over that later on in this presentation, comparison between buying an existing one and building from ground up, like we started with building from ground up, but I will go over in the next following presentations. So what are the biggest problems for the laundromat owners? Let's start with the problems. So the 55% said high cost utilities. The utilities over the last about 2 or 3 years, they have shooted up, and the average is between like 20% to 25% of the revenue is just your utilities. High cost, the replacement cost of the equipment. The equipment again has gone up, way up since we built the first one in 2012. So the prices of the equipment has gone way up too. And also the equipment has improved. It is a lot more high technology equipment as compared to 20-year-old equipment that used to be in the high cost of maintenance as well. So if labor is expensive, so 29% feel that maintenance is 29%, and labor, payrolls, 29% feel that, and so on. I won't go over everything. So these are the, and guys, if you want this presentation, I will be able to share with you, because this is my presentation. I prepared it myself. I would be able to share it with you, but in the end, I'll give you my email. You can email me, and I will send you this PDF copy of this presentation, because it's heavier in the PowerPoint.
Perfect.
So if wash, dry, and fold, WDF stands for wash, dry, and fold services are offered. And after 2020, after the COVID, this business has always been a part of the laundromat, but after 2020, it has picked up a lot. And you will see 16% sales, it has increased significantly. And somewhat 40%, 39% sales, it's been increased somewhat. So remain the same 29% and so on. So after 2020, so basically the wash, dry, fold, I have calculated, and it pays for your labor cost. So because our first laundromat was unattended, we didn't have an attendant there. And then we bought these three, and they had dry cleaning in there, wash, dry, fold in there as well. So we decided to go attended, and I have figured it out. It pays for your labor cost. So you don't pay anything out of the cost. Why to have unattended when you can afford an attendant at no cost to you, and the attendants pays for themselves. So if wash, dry, fold services are offered, what is the base charge per pound? So again, the base charge per pound is average is between $1.50 and $2. 37% of the owners say that it is 37%, and 125 to 49 is 20%. So it ranges from geographical areas as well. So probably where the New York, the pay per hour is more, like $15 or $16 as compared to $10, $11, $12 here in Indiana. So their per pound wash, dry, and fold is also a little expensive than ours. Does your store provide commercial service? This is where a lot of stores are lacking and leaving business on the table. And we didn't have any commercial business, or very little commercial business, when we bought these laundromats, but we are working on, UV is working hard on getting some more commercial business, because commercial business is recurring business, and also they pay good, and they bring you stuff to wash every month.
So whenever you say commercial business, residential is, hey, I'm bringing in you my clothes, I want to do a load of laundry. What is commercial? Is that a uniform company? Is that a hotel? Like what exactly is that?
So hotels, salons, barber shops.
Oh, gotcha.
And car repair shops, maintenance, plumbing. So these are all commercial business. UV, can you add any more?
Yeah, event centers. We have several accounts with event centers, as well as car lots, and we also do with a big company called ABM here. They do factory work, and they need their towels folded, so we have them under a commercial account as well. So sometimes you'll notice that some of the companies that you would never think that would need a wash, dry, fold service, they're using towels, and they're using microfibers, and they're using mop heads that need to be cleaned. So it's definitely worth the income on that.
Absolutely. That's something I would have never thought about. Good point.
I have seen churches also.
Gotcha.
So there is a lot of potential. If you see, 36% only do commercial business, but there is, so I remember you started with passive and non-passive. You
Yep.
can make it as passive as you want, and you can make it as non-passive as you want. So with our one laundromat, we were mostly passive. So we had one employee. She used to come in the evening for just 2 or 3 hours to clean and she used to lock it, and nobody was there rest of the day. So that was kind of passive.
Mm-hmm.
And with the new laundromats, because we have now several other services that we offer, so we decided to go. I wouldn't call it passive. I would call it business now.
Sure.
So, what is the approximate size of the store? So the store sizes also range and from 5,000 to 1,000, and now. Most of the new stores are not as big because now you can put bigger machines in smaller areas. So our 3,000 feet has more machines than our 4,000 feet area. So
Gotcha.
now people like to have bigger machines. You don't have to put like 60 machines, and I will go over that too. So you don't have to have like 60. The previous owner that we bought from, she had like 80 machines in one store, and our stores were like 4,500 square feet. But the one we built is 3,000, and we have more machines and more capacity in that one because we had bigger machines.
Interesting.
So this is something else they started doing: pick up and drop off. So a lot of laundromats are now, instead of building another laundromat 3 miles down the street, they start picking up, and a lot of the service is free service. Like you go to these retail stores, Walmart or Sam's Club, they will deliver free of cost. So it's a similar concept. Now they're giving a facility of picking up their stuff from their home and taking back there. But the business increases. Now we have apps where people can schedule on the app and pay on the app, and they will receive a text once they are washed, they are in the van, they are coming to their home. So it's very convenient. So people like that service. Just as other services, people like cleaning or other services they like. So they want to get this chore out of the way as well. So leave their clothes in front of their door. But CLA doesn't have enough data on that yet. But this is a very much growing business in this industry. So is your store rented or owned by your organization? So 47% of the stores are owned, and 53% are rented. And I personally prefer owning the real estate. That way the real estate grows as your business grows. And also then you have a free hand in doing whatever you want to the property, rather than you're asking the landlord to do this and that. And also you have to have a long lease. Once you put the equipment in, if the landlord doesn't increase your lease, then you have to rip off all that equipment, take it somewhere else. And a lot of it is wasted because you're switching the place. Some of the equipment is not going to be worth it when you take it to another place. And also you have to make some holes on the back wall, or you have to make a drain in the middle of the store, maybe 2 or 3, or you have to put new bigger pipes. So I like owning your store yourself. That way you can maintain it, and also your property value grows as your business grows. We have
So
a
if you
different
were to
models.
rent it, the property, what would be an ideal lease term to avoid the fact that if they change their mind and we have to pack up and leave? So what would be an ideal lease term if we were to rent it?
I think if you want to rent it, you must have at least a 15-year lease, because
15?
most of the equipment, most of the equipment life, and I'll go over that a little bit more in details later in the presentation. Most of the equipment life is about 15 years, but I don't like to keep it for 15 years. So on our first laundromat, because we got the depreciation, so we decided to replace the equipment with the new technology, and I will go over that equipment a little bit more in the later slide. And I'll tell you why we need to switch the equipment and what's the difference when you own it and once you don't own it. So if rented, so the rent ranges here from 1,000 to 9,000. And that's another reason to own it. Why to pay rent to somebody else when you can save all that money to yourself? And we own all our 4 stores. We own the real estate, and we have structured, and I'm going to add, because a lot of multifamily people are here. So we have structured that the real estate is owned in a LLC and the business is owned in an operating entity. So that way we can get the benefit of depreciation on the real estate as well. And the operating company can get the depreciation of the equipment. And also, since I do syndication, so I always have a lot of K1 losses from my properties. So I wash up my taxes from the S corporations, operating companies.
Can you syndicate
So,
laundromat?
No, we haven't done that.
Okay.
No, we haven't done that. Maybe in future, if we ever decide to, but we haven't done that yet. And I have had, when we bought these 3 laundromats, we did a 1031 exchange, though we sold a gas station and bought these 3 laundromats, and they were value add laundromats. The machines were put there in 1986. So they were old machines, they were breaking up, the utility bills were very high, so they needed some capital infusement. So a lot of my investors did offer me to do a syndication, but I didn't want to do because I did a 1031 exchange.
But it's probably possible, right? If you were to syndicate it, especially if you buy the real estate, and if you don't have money for the down payment, it may make sense to syndicate it.
Correct. We can syndicate it if we wanted to, and we might. We are planning on not here in Fort Wayne. We live in Fort Wayne. Fort Wayne has a population of about 300,000, and there are about, I would say, 15 to 20 laundromats here. It's a very saturated market.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to be different from other laundromats, which we are. We will discuss about how we are different from other laundromats in the end. So you have to be different from other laundromats, but we have future plans. We want to expand to, UV wants to expand to Indianapolis, where we can make like 4 or 5. Now we have so much experience. So we can build 4 or 5, and then we might decide to do syndication. But we get loans easily because we have experience and a good reputation here. But when we move to Indianapolis, maybe we need to do syndication. But the capital cost with syndication is a lot more than what you can get it from the bank.
Sure.
So how many employees you have per store other than the owner? And look here, 46% have none. So they don't have anyone else working, just themselves. So it's kind of self-employed. Almost half of the owners are self-employed. So there is a lot of potential in this industry because most of the owners are mom and pop. They're not big companies, but a big company, Tide, has started getting into the laundromat. So bigger cities, they have like at least 3-4 Tide stores, and they build large Tide stores, and they are really big stores. They put up really big stores. So I would compare just like our own gas station to Quick Trip or Speedway. So they or Casey's. So they build a larger properties as compared to a lot of individuals can. What percentage of the store's gross income is spent on the employee's payroll? So I would say it ranges from mostly 12 to 14% is payroll. As I said, a lot of can be paid by themselves if you have wash, dry, and fold service in your stores, and you can do it manually. Now there are a lot of software available which are very convenient, and I won't get into the softwares today, but there are a lot of softwares, and they're very convenient for the owners as well as the customers. How many hours is the business open on an average? So 24 hours is 22% stores are open 24 hours because most of them are unattended at night. So people can still come and watch. There are cameras, there are automatic locks if they want to, and you don't have to be there, or you don't have to have an attendant while to close it. We close them just for safety reasons, but you don't have to. So we have card system at all our laundress, no coins at all. So we don't have coins at our stores. So the coin stores can be open 24 hours. I would really not do a card system open 24 hours, because if they have a problem, you have a phone number there, they'll call you in the middle of the night. So on the card, but it all depends. Some of them might be attendant as well. So most of the stores are open for 15 to 16 hours maximum. So very convenient timings. We open at 7, close at 10. On the gas station, we used to open at 4 and close at 11 or midnight. So you don't have to have a third shift guy. You don't need a third shift guy. So if you close at 10, and especially in cities like Fort Wayne, where there are not, it's not a university town or anything, but some of these university towns or bigger cities might need 24 hours. So how is the store advertised? So these stores, a lot of people think that they don't need any advertisement. People will see it. They need to wash their clothes. They'll come themselves. But no, that's not true. You have to do marketing. You have to do, I have hired a girl to do marketing. So all she does is marketing. And she does Google marketing, social media marketing. And we have some programs in the store to do marketing with our employees with the QR code, so they can scan and do the survey or Google review or social media review. So there are so many things, and everybody should have your store's name in front of them whenever they think about laundry, dry cleaning service, or any cleaning service. So there are a lot of the best one works, and we have seen that too. 61% word of mouth. When you have one customer, happy customer at your store, he or she tells 10 others. And then they switch from, so they're basically washing their clothes somewhere. They're not first time laundry customers. They're washing their clothes somewhere. So all you have to switch from other store to your stores, and that can be done only through marketing. So what is the average store revenue before taxes, including other income? So here are some of these numbers here, and I don't know how many people I with particularly this survey. So I have the different background. That's the reason that I have a different background, because I wanted to share that I don't see all this data is accurate. That's all I want to say.
Gotcha.
So how did the store revenue change as compared to 2021? So this all this data that we are discussing is for 2022. So this is something that we are looking 50%, 58% have said they have increased. And also I'm going to add this, after COVID, laundry and dry cleaning business has changed a lot. So a lot of business was struggling during the COVID. Laundry business was booming during the COVID. And it also booms during the recessions. So if you see here this data, 54% says that their business has increased during the as compared to 2021. Which is pretty significant, 58%. Also after COVID, so the hospitals used to have the privilege of having ozone washes. So now we have ozone wash at all our stores. So we have a ozone generator, which now during after the COVID, a lot of stores started installing the ozone wash, and I don't know how many of you know what ozone is. So ozone is a new technology. It's to simplify it, it's a hospital standard wash. People love it. It kills germs 3,200 times faster than Clorox. So a lot of stores are installing, and we have ozone, and we charge an extra $1 for ozone, and and people use ozone a lot. At our stores, about 20% customers use ozone wash.
So from the sounds of it, COVID was a good thing for you, right?
COVID was really good thing for the laundry industry as a whole, not just for us. Dry cleaning, laundry services, wash, dry, and fold, pick up, drop off. So actually, it was good for this industry. So what percentage of the store's revenue is net operating income? So guys, since you guys most of you are multifamily people, so in this industry, the mortgage payment is including in the expenses. So normally in the multifamily, we take out the mortgage payment. So we just see the operating cost and the operating revenue. So here it's little different. So the mortgage payment on the equipment is included in the operating expenses. How many machines operated in the store? So still, as I told you, it's still a mom and pop business. So 78%, I can spend a whole hour discussing why you should go card system, why card system is the best thing to do, but still 78% of the owners are still on coins. And there are lots and lots of advantages of a card system over the coin system. And this is the main reason why you can compete with anyone in the market. So in Fort Wayne, I was the first one to put a card system. And now we have card system at all our 4 stores. And now 3 or 4 other stores also have a card system here.
Hey,
But not the-
KK, let me ask you a question. Have you owned any laundry facilities where you switched it from quarter machines to card machines? And if yes, what did that increase or decrease in business look like?
So on the 3 we bought last year, they were all quarter.
Oh,
And
okay.
and I would never buy a laundromat if I had to carry quarters to the bank.
Yeah.
And UB was the one taking out quarters, and all our 3, he was tired of it. And once a while, if I had to do that, I would get out of this business.
So once you switch from quarters to card machine, did your business go up as in more revenue, or what did that look like?
Oh, significantly.
Okay. Okay.
Significantly, it went up because first thing, they were old machines. And second thing, first time when they come to your store, some customers, they like the quarters because they have been used so much over the years. But we ran some specials for the first 6 months. But once they do a laundry with the card system once or twice, they're not going back to quarters.
Yep.
They're never going to go back to quarters. And anybody who has a laundromat that is on a card system will never go to a quarter system.
Sure.
I would also like to add that with the card system, you are able to track loyalty points. So with those loyalty points, you are able to give back to your customer, which attracts a lot more customers. So that way they can have the rewards. With the quarter system, there is no way to give back.
Like, very good point. Does your reward system, is it like if you wash your laundry 100 times, you get a couple free washes, or is it a percentage off every time, or what does that look like to increase business?
Yeah,
so
when you swipe your laundry card at any of our machines, you receive a certain amount of points. So if you use an 80-pound machine, you receive 20 points. When you reach to 100 points, you get a dollar back automatically onto the card. And I like to signify that to our customers as well, because what laundromat gives you your money back?
Yeah. Very good point. Very good point.
Do you guys have any
question on the previous slide when you talk about the ideal number of machine that you have in a store? Is there a specific number that would be optimize the revenue or profit? And what would be the square footage of the let's say we want to put 30 machine in there, how big of a space should you be looking for, just so that people get an idea?
about 3,000.
So 3,000
let me
square
tell you,
feet for 30 machine?
Let me tell you this. So we don't go by number of machines. We go by the number of pounds. How many pounds we can wash at once. So for example, our stores can wash 1,200 pounds at once.
Mhm.
So 1,200 pound capacity. So you can have 1,200 pounds. If you are putting 80-pounder machines only, then you'll have to put very few machines. But you have to have a mix. You have to have 20-pounders as well, 30-pounders, and then 60-pounders, 80-pounders, 50-pounders. So you have to have a mix of all the machines. And I'll go over that in a few minutes.
Okay, all right, thank you.
So I'm just sharing you the industry data so that you have an idea how these stores look like. And I'm almost done with that. I have 3 more slides left, and then I'll be getting into that. So how many machines, washer and dryers, are in the store? Now I think this will answer your question. So 7% has 100 machines or more. And these machines include washers and dryers. So, but today, if somebody, the biggest store we have seen has 60 machines. So you don't need as many machines because now you can go bigger. Instead of more machines, you can have bigger machines, and people love those bigger machines. People use the bigger machines more than the smaller machines because they have a lot of clothes. They want to put all the clothes in one machine and leave for 30 minutes and come back and take them to the dryer, dry them in 20 minutes, and then they're done. So I would say between 40 to 50 machines these days is pretty much good, because now the dryers are also stacked dryers, so there are 2 dryers. So if you have 12 dryers, that means you have 24 dryers. So 12 machines is equal to 24 dryers. And then you have 24 machines, you're doing 1,200 pounds per turn. What is the average vend price for each type of machine? So here you'll have a little bit more idea. 18 to 24, 342, and this is the national average. So 25 to 29, and different manufacturers have different sizes, so they are not all sizes. That's why they are different. The same machine is 18 pound for Electrolux. It's 20 pound for the same machine is 20 pound for Dexter, and so on. So it's a range. So basically, the range we have seen is 10 cents per pound to 15, 17, 18 pounds. So 18 per pound, 18 cents per pound. So if it's a 80 pounder machine, if it's $15, $11. So the bigger you go, the price keep increasing. The smaller has like 15, then 14. The bigger you go, you can go 12 as well, because the cost of operating the machine is almost the same. It's not much difference. Which of the following best describes the owner or ownership? Partnership group with at least one female member. So 42% are male and female owned. Sole proprietor male owned are 34%. Sole proprietor female owned is 11%. Partnership ownership group with no female members is only 10%. So it's pretty mixed. It's not men dominated or women dominated business. It's a pretty good mix, I guess. Would you agree with me, Garrison?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, if this is what the numbers are, yeah.
Yep. So I'm done with the data. So now I'll go over a few things more, and then we'll be open to questions. Do you have any questions, Garrison, for me before I?
I got 30 of them, man, but I'll let you go ahead and keep on going.
Okay. So what type of financing you can get? You can get a bank financing. You can get just for the equipment, or you can get for the real estate as well as the equipment. So in our case, because we did a 1031 exchange, we bought the real estate with our money, and then we got a bank loan at 5%, which is pretty good these days, for the equipment. And SBA loan, you can also get a SBA loan. SBA loans take a little bit longer, but SBA loans are better than banks or any other bank, because they'll probably do a 30-year on the real estate and maybe 10-year on the equipment. And banks do the same way as well. So private financing is available only for the equipment. So every manufacturer has their own financing branch. It's going to be little expensive, but you can still get, even if you don't have any experience or anything. Banks sometimes look at the experience SBA doesn't look at experience, banks do, but private financing, the loan is on the equipment, the collateral is the equipment, you have to sign personal guarantee on that, or you can do joint ventures as well. How do you find a good location? So how do you find what are the things that you want to look for a good, to call it a good location? So low income neighborhood, blue collar working class area, and lot of it's densely populated area with a lot of apartments around, and near strip mall. Visibility, there should be it should be either standalone or a visibility is a must. So people, if they go to grocery shopping, they must see you. If they're driving by, they must see you. It couldn't be just in the residential area, and then you expect people to come to a laundromat. So it has to have
here's a question, Kay. Do most people,
Sure.
when they come and do their laundry, do they sit there and wait for it, or do they go shopping at the businesses around you in a strip mall?
No, most of them sit there, and let me tell you this, and we did experience this at our laundromats, the new ones. So on our old one, since we have had it for about 12 years now, people know that it is fast. And by the time they go, we have a gas station next door, they go and buy a pop and candy, and they come back, the machines are done.
Yeah.
So on the new ones, first when we saw people were, all the customers were leaving their clothes and going and coming back after 40, 45 minutes. Or maybe an hour, because the previous machines took that an hour to wash the clothes.
Sure.
And they were small machines, all 20-pounder machines. They would shove them in 5 machines, 6 machines, and they'll leave and they will come back an hour, and then they will put it in a dryer, leave again. They will come in back in 45 minutes. But our machines, it takes only 26 minutes to wash the clothes, 20 minutes, and we guarantee them an hour wash, that if they're not done in 1 hour, we'll do that for free. And we have several guarantees, and we have never used any of the guarantees. We tell them that, hey, if you are not satisfied with, and we have it on our website as well. So if you are not satisfied, you let us know. And as long as you didn't shove everything in one machine, or as manufacturer instructions, as long as you did it according to the manufacturer instructions, we'll wash it for free. And Yubi, how many times have you washed for free?
Not too many.
0.
Yeah.
No. And we give them 20 minutes to dry the clothes. Sometimes the clothes are dried in about 10, 12 minutes.
And by giving a guarantee to the customers, they like to have that safe net, making sure that they know that when they're walking to this store, that their clothes are going to be freshly cleaned no matter what.
Yep.
So giving the guarantee is a very big idea for a customer walking through the door. And it's very important to post that on your social media. You want the external consumers to understand that we have a guarantee here at our laundromat. That's what makes us unique.
Good point.
So how do you underwrite a laundromat? This is a very common question. And the laundromats are underwritten by the turns per day. So as you guys have seen, a lot of our mom and pop, there are no proper, you don't walk into a laundromat and expect that they'll give you a financial, they'll give you financials, or they'll give you their print a report from the computer anymore, unless they have a card system. If they have cards, if you come to me, ask for any numbers, I can print them in a minute, and I can show you here as well. But 78% is still coin operated. They don't have numbers. So when you do underwrite, there are underwrite templates as we have on the multifamily as well. So, but when you underwrite, you go by the number of turns per machine. So number of turns multiplied by the went price of the machine, and then you multiply the number of machines, you'll get the revenue. And then multiply that by, and I'll show you here. I have that. So then add 25% of the washer revenue to the dry revenue. It used to be 30%, but now with the reverse technology and high efficient dryers, so ours is 15%. Our utility cost is 15%, but I still put 25%. And then
Gotcha.
there are other incomes, just as in any other business. There are other incomes. You can have an ATM, you can put a vending machine, you can put a pop machine, you can have some games in the store, you can have so many other things in the laundromat store. You can sell detergents, you can sell even used clothes. So if you want to, so there are other sources of income with the laundromat as well. So how are the laundromats priced? This is a very tricky question. There's no straight one answer. But normally people ask for 3 to 4 times the net operating income. And then that also depends on the location where that property is, and then if they own the property, and also on the condition of the equipment and the condition of the building. So pricing laundromat is not easy for anyone, just as we do cap rates in multifamily or single family or other commercial real estate. Laundromat is, most of the businesses are 3 to 4, sometimes 3 to 5. In some business I have seen 3 to 5 times. In gas station also, it's 3 times the net operating income normally. And but there is no straight answer to this question. Whatever you can get best, and they also depend on the seller. If he's desperate to sell, and the one we bought from, she was desperate to sell because she was not making any money, and they didn't have money to pump in, because there was a lot of money needed to replace all the equipment, and the utility cost on the old equipment was very expensive, and they couldn't compete with our new laundromats.
Is it better to buy an existing laundromat or to build one?
I will highly, because it's a saturated market. Most of United States is a saturated market. There are a lot of laundromats. I highly recommend to buy an existing one. And the way to buy is, go to the laundromats, and you will 80% of the time you will meet the owners and ask them, or even call them, and you will meet the owners at the laundromats. It's not like multifamily or single family that you won't meet the owners. So you can, and that's how I did it. I just stopped there. It was on my way from our gas station, so I stopped there and asked for the owner, and I asked her if she wanted to sell. She said yes.
Is seller financing a big thing in this space, or not really, not so much?
Well, a lot of people are older people. They want to get out of the business, so they want their money. But you
Sure.
can still find some seller financing deals. And sometimes you can even find a free laundromat, because the equipment is old, it needs money, and they don't have money, but they own the real estate, they don't have money to replace. So they'll let somebody else put the new equipment and lease it out, or do a seller financing. So it depends. But you can have seller financing.
Is it difficult to get an SBA loan if you don't have laundromat experience?
You can get an SBA loan, yes.
Even without experience?
Without experience. The banks sometimes are reluctant unless you have. So let me give you my experience with the bank. I had I had eight gas stations at that time when I built my first gas station. Built my first laundromat, and my bank, where I had all those 8 plus those real estate 12, and I had $500,000 in the bank account. They refused to give me a laundromat loan because I didn't have experience. So I went through a private loan. I built the building myself with my money, and then I got a loan, 100% loan on the equipment, because I had my real estate was paid off. And after 1 year, the same bank came to me themselves and gave me loan on the real estate as well as on the equipment. And this time, the same bank did a 1.5 million loan in 15 days for me. And they gave us a really good rate at 5%.
Wow. Okay. That's because now you have the experience.
Because I have the experience now, they know that what to do. And I negotiated with them. I told them, hey, I can go somewhere else, get this better deal if you guys can do it in 15 days. And if you want me to do a collateral. The first time they had me put a collateral on my other gas station, but this time I said no, just those you can put a collateral only on the equipment, nothing else. And last time they did put a collateral on my life insurance as well. This time I said no, I'm not going to be doing that, because now I had an upper hand. I had a 10-year experience, and I had a better relationship with the bank.
Right.
And I had paid full loan on this equipment through the same bank. So I had an experience with them. So benefits of owning a laundromat. Again, some of you will probably ask me this question again: passive or semi-passive business? And as I said, you can make it as passive as you want, and you can spend as much time as you want. That's totally up to you, and it will work both ways. You will definitely make less money when you're just doing unattended store. I would rather not do an unattended store. I would put somebody else to do wash, dry, and fold and pay for themselves. And also drop-off pickup business is picking up a lot. And also you can do, even if you don't have dry cleaning plant or anything, with the same software, you can start accepting laundromat, and you can outsource the dry cleaning to some other business. So this is a recession-resistant business. You will still have to wash your clothes, whether it's a recession or it's a booming business. So it doesn't affect much during the recession that you lose business or anything. So you need limited or unskilled labor. So it's not hard to get the labor because you don't need professionals or specialized skill. So it's just simple, and you can train them in 3 hours and put them at the register. You get the repeat customers. They'll come every week. Recurring customers, they'll pay you every week, and they will not be much mad with the card system again, I say. And when they put coins, they curse you at every coin they put in the machine. And with the card, they'll curse you only once, if they still do.
Yeah.
And there is a low operating cost after the initial investment. Initial investment is a lot, but after that, it's a very low operating cost. There's not much operating cost to operate the laundry business. And one thing I forgot is the depreciation benefit.
Yeah.
So there is same way as any other equipment under Section 179, you can write off all the equipment in the first year. So, for example, we had a gas station in the same entity as a laundromat. So we washed off all the gas station income with the depreciation. I replaced the equipment again after 8 years, and after 1 year I replaced it again. So you can get depreciation over and over again, and you don't have to, like the multifamily, you don't have to catch up this depreciation. You
Interesting.
don't have to recapture the depreciation. So I'm pretty close. It's almost the end of the. So all my surveys were got from the Coin Laundry or Coin Laundry Association website. So you can also, the best way to learn this business, and that's what I did, is this website. You don't have to be a member. You can just sign up. You don't have to pay anything unless you are serious about pursuing this business. And you can buy books, videos, white papers, training tools, demographics, and all that from here.
Coin Laundry, what was that? Coinlaundry.org. Is that what that was?
Coinlaundry.org.
Yep. I'm putting that in the chat.
Normally it's called C. Yeah,
Yep.
normally it's called CLA.
Perfect. So I'm going to open it up. I'm going to start with the first two questions. Number one, I'm going to be very blunt. Is owning laundry facility, is it a pain in the ass? I want to ask your son first. Is this a pain in the ass?
I would like to say, at first, when you're in the middle of renovations, that is the only time. I have a background with my dad. I've been going through this roller coaster, gas stations, real estate. Compared to all other industries, this is not a pain in the ass at all. This is very simple business, very straightforward business. You know, you can account for every income that is coming in through the door. Very easy to operate. So this is not a pain at all.
Fantastic. Second question is, KK,
So
I know
I
that you
can-
own 5,000. Oh, go ahead.
I can add something to what he said.
Mhm.
So UV was in college when he started managing one gas station, and in 1 year he was tired of that gas station, and now he manages 4 laundromats and 1 gas station. So
Okay.
now you can see it's much easier to manage laundromats as compared to gas station. And
Gotcha.
another thing is, you don't have a stealing problem in this business. You don't
Yeah.
have you have no inventory in this system.
That makes sense.
You don't have any orders to make. A lot easier business as compared to gas station, I would say.
Yep. Second question is, you own 5,000 apartments. Every one of those apartment complexes have laundry facility. How has learning what we're talking about here, how has learning the laundry industry helped you with the laundry facilities at your apartment complexes? If it has at all, I don't know.
So yes, they have, and all our properties have in unit laundry machines. So because ours are high-end properties, so they all have laundry machines in any unit. So, but a lot of people, our typical customer, I'm going to describe our UV. Can you describe our typical customer?
Yeah, so our typical customers definitely try to come into our laundromat and get out of there in a short amount of time. They want to make sure that their clothes are clean, and they want to make sure that the facility is clean and neat and a friendly environment.
And 25% of our customers are people who own their own machines. They have house, they have washer and dryer, 25%.
Yeah.
The reason they come, because they have a lot and they will spend a whole day doing the laundry at home. They would rather come to a laundromat and get it done in an hour.
Yeah.
And it is, with our laundromat, I can guarantee it is cheaper to wash at the laundromat than at home.
That all makes
because
sense.
our machines are so efficient. Our
Yeah.
machines are 450G force machines as compared to 50G at home.
Yeah.
Just 50G. Our machines take. So our machines mostly wash with the speed, with the G force. G force is the speed that they spin with.
Yeah.
And we also guarantee that if you can make a drop on the floor from the clothes that you took out of our machines, we'll wash for free. We'll wash them for free. So nobody has come up with it as strong to squeeze the clothes and get a drop out of the clothes, because they are almost dry. When they come out of the machines, they are almost dry because they have been spinned at 450 G force.
Yeah.
And the tubs on our machines are on the shockers. So our machines are not tied into the ground. They just sit on the ground. And
Gotcha.
they have pillars on the side that bear all the weight.
So then my next elementary question is going to be, a laundry machine at my house costs me, just hypothetically, $1,000. What does the equivalent washer at your facility cost you for one? Not 30 or 40 of them, but what's a ballpark price on one versus one?
So your machine is about 15 to 18 pounds at home.
Mm-hmm.
And the 15 to 80 pound machine at the laundromat is in the range of 6 to 7,000. The 450G, they are cheaper as well. I mean, it depends on what company you're using and all that, but they range from 5,000 per machine to 20,000 a machine.
Gotcha. Go ahead, Elsa. Go ahead, Michael Menino. One of you guys want to start reading off the questions we got in the chat below?
I got some questions. This is a very good. Thank you very much for your presentation. Really do appreciate it. I was considering buying a laundromat in Detroit a little while ago. It came up on one of our RIA meetings, and it was for sale, and we were looking at it hard. It was a very profitable industry, but I really didn't understand how when you said you price it out with the NOI. With the NOI, what do you include in the NOI, the net operating income? What are your expenses? Is it the rent as the expense, or do you have to charge rent from the building that you own?
Rent is expense whether you own or you rent. So you're paying rent either to somebody else or you're paying to yourself. And we do the same thing. We pay rent to our company that owns the real estate.
Okay, so you have two different companies. One's renting to the laundromat.
So the major expenses are rent, payroll, mortgage
Utilities.
payment for the utilities, mortgage payment for the equipment, and the insurance. Those are only the expenses.
When we do like a quick, I call it quick and dirty math on a multifamily, we usually go 50% expense. So if the total profit from a multifamily is $100,000, quick and dirty math, the expenses are generally around 50%. What would be the expenses on a laundromat percentage wise?
So I will go the other route. So the profit ranges from 30 to 50% of the revenue.
Okay.
So it could range from 70, and it depends on several other things. What services are you offering, etc. So the normal attended laundromat that has all the services with the new mortgage equipment, if you have a new equipment and then you have a loan on it, is about 20 grand per month expensive. And it ranges with the number of machines you have and all that.
In the ballpark, would you say operating expenses would be 30, 40, 50% of revenue? Like it's just a ballpark number?
It ranges. I would say, just as we do dirty math in the multifamily with 50% expenses, or we do the same thing in single family as well. So on the laundromat, it is variable. So it depends. So if you have 4,000 mortgage or you have 12,000 mortgage, if you have 50 machines, then you have a 12,000 mortgage. So the mortgage is included in the expenses here as compared to multifamily.
Okay.
Interesting.
The one I was looking at, my value add to the property was all the machines were leased through one of the manufacturers, yeah. And
Yeah.
we thought that there wasn't enough profit with the lease, and we weren't getting any of the cost segregation from it. We weren't getting any of the depreciation. So what were you thinking? The cost save or our play was to get out the leased machines and put in our own machines where you start taking the depreciation.
Correct. I would never lease the machines. I have been offered, but I would never do that.
Would you consider it a good play that we were thinking of buying the laundromat, which is up and running and doing really well in the area that it was in, and then just switching out the machines to from the lease to purchase?
Could purchase myself, and sometimes can you believe that in our old laundromat we had replaced the machines a year before, and when we did these three, we wanted to go Electrolux. We had Dexter machines. We wanted to go Electrolux at all the stores. So after 1 year, we had to switch the machines again, and we sold them for more than what we bought for.
Bravo.
And we used it for a year and a half, and we sold it for more than what we bought for.
Wow.
Sounds like a good business.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for your time here. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
You're
Well,
welcome.
how do you get rid of the old machine? Let's say you exhaust its life. Do you recycle them, or you just kind of, have a company come pick them up and throw them away?
We sold them to a distributor who we bought
So you
from.
consider that.
So we sold even the 86 year built in 1986. We sold that equipment to the distributor. It was cheap, but they picked it up. Some of them, they just took it to the junkyard, and some of them they sold it.
Gotcha.
Some of the equipment was newer, so some of them they had buyers for it. They refurbish and sell it.
There's a
Perfect.
couple of questions in the chat here that I want to make sure that I get to them. Amy
Sure.
asked if you would take into consideration, let's say if you in an area with a lot of apartments, but some of them may have washer dryer in the unit. So do you take that into consideration when you underwrite your deal, or you don't?
Okay, can you please repeat the question again?
So when you're looking at purchasing a laundromat, do you consider if the apartments in the area have in-unit washer dryer, or this is not a consideration?
It's not a consideration, and apartments sometimes are very helpful to the laundromat. And we look for a location closer to the apartments where there are a lot of apartments, because the apartment users are more likely to come to your business rather than the home owners.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah,
Maybe
even
more
if
of a
they-
Class C apartment instead of Class A, because if you go for Class A, most of them would have
No,
laundry.
definitely, it's a business for lower income area. You
Mhm.
don't want to go put a nice laundromat in a nice area.
Yeah, okay. All
Low
right.
income.
Gotcha.
For
Alex asked
for
if
your
you
for-
hire.
oh,
Sorry,
go ahead,
Garrison.
Elsa. No, go ahead.
Oh, Alex asked if you hire an in-house repair technician, or do you outsource this?
In-house repair technician, or do you outsource repairs?
I am the in-house repair technician.
You're the unskilled labor he was talking about earlier, man. Did you hear what he said about you? Did you hear that?
I think my father disconnected, maybe.
No, I didn't disconnect.
Yep, I'm the
Uh,
in-house technician. So our distributor has been nice enough to give us classes and walk us through some of the technical parts of the machines. So I've been taking good care of the machines. So and there's a lot of maintenance that you want to do with the machines because you want to make sure those machines are going to last you several years.
Is
So
it a
you
lot of preventive maintenance or is it a lot of repairs after the breakages have happened?
well, you want to be precautious and ahead of the
Yeah,
game, make sure that you're taking good care of those machines, cleaning them, putting grease on them, making sure that you're using HVAC to be able to clean them as well. So
absolutely. Olga Schmidt, one of our Multifamily Masters mastermind members, asked, she said that she's being told that she has to put 50%, 50% down when financing a laundry facility. Is that accurate or is that inaccurate, Mr. Singh?
So I don't think so. I don't think so. Maybe that is because of her experience. The banks doesn't like to loan or take risks. So they said instead of
Gotcha. Let me see here. What other questions do we have? Elsa, Michael, do you see any more questions through the chat?
have that they ask 50%. 20% is very common. That's what we did put up front.
Michael Menino, you are muted.
Michael, you are muted.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I apologize profusely. I'm sorry on my iPad today. I got called into Michigan for a construction issue. Olga says, I've made numerous attempts to get a hold of one of the owners, and I was asking the owner, but not much success. Now I'm working with a broker. Is a broker necessary and recommended? How do you find a laundromat without a broker? I think you answered that a little bit earlier too.
The best way I have this question have been asked me several times. You can do some research over the internet and get the numbers, the phone numbers, addresses of all the laundromats and start calling them. Cold calling works, and most of the time you will either see somebody on the other side will pick up the phone. It would be the owner, or they'll give you the owner's number. You will hardly ever find somebody not giving you the owner's number.
And I think you said a little bit earlier on that you just walked in and started talking to somebody, and 80% of the time you'll get to talk to the owner. Am I frozen?
Yeah. No, that's what he said earlier. Yeah. 100% right, Michael. But that seems like that's all the questions in the comments. Am I right? Do you see anything else, Michael or Elsa?
I think I just saw one more. Let's take a look, see.
Okay.
Why do you avoid Class B areas?
So Class B areas is not a very good area for the laundromat business because you want to stay in. I mean, if it's a B area and then you have a lot of apartments and a lot of neighborhoods around, you want to be in the neighborhoods, low income neighborhood, and that's what I wanted to show you. Let me share this here with you. I have something to show you. So let me from. So here's the demographics. Can you guys see? Oh no, I haven't
Not yet.
shared it yet. Okay, so let me share here.
Here's a quick question. I'll ask your son while you're getting your screen pulled up, KK. Is there a peak? What's the peak time for laundry facilities being filled up? I'm guessing it's right after work and on the weekends. Is that right?
Yeah, so busiest time for during the week is definitely Sunday. Sunday is everyone is trying to get their laundry done
So
during the week. And
yeah,
time-wise during the weekday, it's usually right around 5 o'clock when people are getting off work.
Yeah. Hey, here's
so
another. Here, go ahead, Kay. Go ahead.
so here is the demographics. What you look for. You look for the age, you look for the income of the people, the housing value. You want to stay under 100,000. You want the renters, you want the female. So here's the renters occupied dwellings, and here's the Hispanic population. Hispanic population is really good for this business. They have bigger families and they like to spend cash. So and then you have the household with children under 18, female head of the household.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to look at these kind of numbers, average household income within the area where you want to buy a laundromat. If it's an existing laundromat, that means it has been there for 10 years. If it's been there for 2 years, 3 years, and somebody's selling, that means it's not a good business. So it gives you this type of demographics information. You want to see the restaurants, you want to see the retail in the area, you want to see the population with Medicaid coverage. So this is a really good number to look at. You want to see the density of the population within 1 mile, 2 mile, 3 mile. Don't go over 3 mile.
Where do you get this report from?
Well, you can get it from your distributor,
Oh, gotcha.
whoever you want to. So, for example, I got this from Dexter Laundry.
Mm-hmm. And I guess
Dexter
Dexter Laundry is just one of the big suppliers of laundry equipment, question mark?
Well, we did. I was very happy with the Dexter Laundry until I compared with the Electrolux, and we replaced our Dexter 1-year-old Dexter machines, which we sold more than what we bought for after using for a year and a half. Dexter is solid machines, but they are not very high-tech machines as compared to Electrolux.
Gotcha.
And
So Dexter's kind of like buying a Chevy and Electrolux is kind of like buying a Mercedes, maybe? Is that a good way to look at that?
yes.
Gotcha. Hey, here's a question in the comments below. Is it true that laundromats are charged an impact fee when they get new machines? Or if it's a new laundromat, it can be as high as $10,000 per washer. Is that true or untrue?
The washers are very expensive. We have washers that are 20 grand too. The 80 pounders are about 20, and the dryers are about 10,000. So with Electrolux, with Dexter, we had only one price. With Electrolux, we have 10 prices.
Yep.
So there are upsells. You can upsell. You can have ozone. You can have a delicate wash. You can have a shoe cycle. You can have a comforter cycle, rug cycle. You can upcharge.
Mm-hmm.
So, but with Dexter, we couldn't. And we also charge for hot water or warm water. With the Electrolux, it was only one price.
Or was it with Dexter, it was only one price?
With Dexter, we had only one price.
Yeah. Well, I think this question is about the impact fee. The impact fee makes me think that's like a government fee, something imposed by the government, as in, KK, you just bought a new piece of equipment. You bought a new washing machine. We're going to charge you $4,000 as an impact fee. Have you come across anything like that from the city, the EPA, or any other jurisdiction?
No, we haven't. And
Okay.
there are no taxes on either laundry, dry cleaning. The only tax you have to pay monthly is the your retail sales. If you are selling detergents at the location, there is no on wash, dry, and fold, pickup, dry cleaning, laundry. There's no tax yet, and
Okay.
maybe some state has that impact fee.
Yeah.
But
Eh,
CLA is on top of that, and they go and hire attorneys and all that. They help the laundromat owners with that.
Jay asked a very good question. Are there any resources for learning underwriting on laundromats?
I don't think so,
Mhm.
but I can share a template with you to show you how to do that. There are no resources, and it's not rocket science here, but let me show you if I have that. Let me.
And while he's looking that up, I'll ask his son one more question. How close is too close? If I want to install a new laundromat or I want to buy a laundromat, an existing one, how close is too close to the next competitor?
So it definitely depends on the market, on how many people need a laundromat in that market. We have one laundromat about not even half a mile down the street. There's another laundromat. I mean, the
Gotcha.
demand is high. There's a lot of customers for a laundromat. So if you're, I want to say, willing to compete against a competitor, it can be even close to a mile.
Yeah. Whenever you first got into this laundry business, did you go take a couple loads of laundries to every laundry facility in the area and kind of see what they offer, what they don't offer?
No, we didn't. Actually, UV was a kid then, but I didn't. I didn't even go to any laundromat in the neighborhood, but I did all my research online, and I wanted to be the best one in the town.
Gotcha.
So we did whatever was available at that time. We did that. So here is the underwriting template. That who has the question?
Just one of the questions in the chat was, how do you underwrite a laundry facility?
So the turns per day and the vent price is the best way to do it. So the normal vent is from 3 to 5. So turn means that if the how many times the machine ran during the day, average. So all the machines. So for example, if you have 24 machines and you had, let's say, 100 cycles, 100 turns, 100 times it turned, so you have 4 turns per day. So that's how you write, and then you project these numbers that if
Our Wi-Fi has been a little slow today. Sorry
I
about
see that. No, that's okay. Maybe we can get a copy of this emailed over to us and we can share with all participants who want it, maybe.
Yeah, most
That'd
definitely.
be a great idea.
Yeah.
Nobody else can do it. And at one store, we started giving 5 minutes extra on the bottom dryers so that they are equally used as compared to the top dryers. So with the card system, you can leverage the marketing and the loyalty a lot as compared to. So we have a Sunday morning, we have an early bird price that is $1 cheaper on each machine.
Yeah.
That's cool.
We can do Wednesday. We can do a lot of things with the with the card system.
Hey, KK, when I picked your brain about this, maybe like 2 or 3 years ago, I kind of recall you telling me that you were able to, your machines adjust prices based upon how busy it is, and potentially customers can log into your app and they can see how many machines are open or how many machines are busy. Is that a good memory or a bad memory on my part? It's been 2 or 3 years since I spoke to you about this.
Well, not the customers. Customers cannot see that. Customers can check their balance, but I can see it.
Okay.
I can see the, so let me share that as well here a little bit. So I hope I'm not wasting your time now.
Nope. This is good.
No,
We
not
got
at all.
questions. This is very good. Very informative, man. Super appreciative of you hopping on here and giving us this masterclass.
Exactly.
Yeah, I can go. Can you see this?
Yes.
Where
Yep.
it says, okay.
Yep.
Okay. So this is our dashboard where I can go all the stores here, and now they are all closed. So, but here I can see the cards, the maintenance, the marketing, the status, the reports. I can print 100 reports here.
Is this platform given to you by the laundry machine company, or is this platform
No.
something you buy separately?
No, we buy that separately.
Gotcha.
This is the card system.
Gotcha.
And it has all these marketing. You can create coupons, you can create bulk coupons, you can set up wash, dry, and fold. And earlier we talked about the wash to win program that we have.
Mm-hmm.
So they as they wash, they get rewards, and also they get a gift on their birthday if they are registered, and they also get free dries and on their card, and they get wash to win rewards, and they get, if they put a $50, they get $3 from us.
Gotcha.
Now,
Big bill bonus.
Is this card system like a card that you register to a person, or is this like a credit card?
No, this is a prepaid card. So they can use food stamp card. They can pay with the credit card, debit card, PayPal, Google Pay, any kind of, to buy this card, prepaid card, and then they use that at they use it everywhere, even to open the restroom.
Oh,
Wow.
interesting. Interesting.
That's a great idea. So you can moderate who goes into the restroom or not.
Correct. So, and we also charge to get into the restroom.
How much is a restroom charge?
10 cents.
Okay.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah,
That's
so
fair.
that takes care. We give them back a lot more than that, but that way, as we have been talking so far, it's a low income neighborhood. We don't want people to walk in and make a mess or do some illegal stuff. So we decided to put a card system that they can only enter the bathroom if they have a card with the money. First, we did it without the money, so they were picking up cards from somewhere and swiping it and going in, and it wasn't their card. So then we decided to charge 5 cents, and 10 years later we made it 10 cents.
Gotcha.
And it takes care of the bathroom. It's always clean.
How much revenue do you get in a year from selling laundry soap, detergent, dryer sheets, things of that sort?
I think I won't be able to give you that exact number because we have a gas station on the side. So we sell some smaller packs as a laundromat, and we sell larger packets at the gas station. And we don't have any vending at one of our laundromats, since we have a gas station next door. So we don't even have any Coke, Pepsi. But on the others, we did put the vending machines, vision vendors, and I don't, on top of my head, I don't remember the numbers, but it's not too much. I would say roughly $500 to $1,000 a month.
Yeah. A couple years ago, when I did pick your brain about this, Kay, I went out and I mystery shopped a lot of laundry facilities. And me growing up, I was never in a laundromat. In college, I never used a laundromat, so I didn't really know what to expect. But in my head, I thought I was going to walk into a dark, dingy, dirty place that people are doing laundry and clothes laying all over the place.
Yeah.
And I was ridiculously shocked that high-end laundromats now have a bar, restaurant type of facilities. Like they're pretty high-end. Like I was pretty, wow, this is nice. Sofas around for people to lounge around and watch TV, and a playroom for kids to play. Do you have stuff like that at your facility, or are you kind of more the middle of the road, or what do you think of that kind of setup?
We have a massage chair at our facility. Our customers like to sit in the massage chair, enjoy the free Wi-Fi, as well as watch some football on Sundays. We have TVs in the
Nice.
facility, so we have
A massage chair. That's a good one.
yeah,
Yeah, that's very
That's a
good,
real
yeah.
good one. That's a real good one. I'd do that.
Yep. Yep. People come there to celebrate their birthdays. Do laundromat, do laundry and celebrate their kid's birthday.
Birthday cake and laundry.
Yep.
Awesome. Much appreciated, Mr. K, Mr. Singh. Any other questions from the audience before I let these gentlemen go? They put in a solid almost 2
Hour and a
hours
half.
now.
Yeah. Thank you guys.
Any-
Thank you
Okay.
so much.
Any questions real quick?
I will put my email address here.
Yep. Okay,
So-
both of you, put your email address, put your name, put them in the comments below. There's a lot of people that probably want to reach out to you and pick your brain. Just make sure you watch this presentation from beginning to end. Don't duplicate questions, and don't eat these gentlemen up. These are business guys. I appreciate them hopping on here, but definitely a great resource and great people to know and great people to reach out to for sure.
So
Because we ran over tonight, I'm not going to do the breakout rooms. Normally we would launch out into breakout rooms. We would network, but this was content filled. Kay's the first MFM live person in the last 3 years that I can remember came in with a presentation. Super thankful, super appreciative. Kay, if there's ever anything that we can do for you at Multifamily Masters, man, I'm all about it. You are a wealth of knowledge. You own 5,000 apartments, a couple gas stations, and several laundry facilities. These are the type of people you want to hang out with in this space.
Agreed.
Awesome. Kay and them put
all
their
right, guys, if
contact
you
information.
want any of the information from me, shoot me an email. The best way to get hold of me is the email. And
Yep.
then we can connect, or you can go to our website, growrichcapital.com. It's behind UVs, and sign up form. And that way we can get hold of you. Please do not call me directly. I don't mind. Everybody has my number. But a lot of times I'm busy. I'm a busy person, so I won't be able to answer your call. It's better to set up a call with me, and then I spend time.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much, UV. Thank you so much, Kay. Thank you, Mr. Michael Menino. Even though I didn't give you a chance to introduce yourself, we'll do it again next month, Mr. Michael
I
Menino.
had some technical difficulties. We'll do it next time. We'll talk about the multifamily and we'll talk about multifamily in Tampa.
His technical difficulties is he showed up 15 minutes late to the party. Miss
I
Elsa,
hit the wrong Zoom.
Thank you so much, Miss Elsa. I appreciate everyone. Next month, we'll do this again, and I'll shoot everyone out an email. Thank you, guys.
Ciao. Thanks, Garrison.
Thank
Absolutely.
you. Thank you for having us. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.